it again. I've had an idea since I did the video on lighting this thing, and once I figured out what it was, I really wanted to be able to use it, and I was trying to figure out a way if I could make something. Do I want to wait and look around and try and buy the rest of the set? And then it occurred to me that I want to make it compact and real storable and not use up a lot of space and have like a nice carry case of some sort. I'm real fond of these ammo cans. I have a bunch of them. I use them for all kinds of storage. I call them Tupperware, but for men. So I have this one here that everything, the way I have it figured out, will fit in there real well. So what I'll have is, I'll put some pictures up of the original set that this thing went with, what it looked like. What I'm going to do is basically just make a trivet for it. And what it'll be is 6 inches in diameter, and it'll have 3 legs on it, and the legs will be removable. And that's what these long bolts are for. When I make the burner plate, I'm going to weld these nuts to the bottom of it. And what I'll do, it's only going to have 3 legs. What I'll do is when you want to use it, screw the legs in, do whatever you want to do, cook whatever. When you're done, cools off, clean it up, unscrew the legs, and the burner plate will just be a flat 6-inch disc, and it'll stand up in here real well. I think this thing's like 7.5 or 7.25 inches tall, something like that. So the burner plate will stand up in here. These things, you can just chuck them in the bottom. This thing fits in there real well. And then I have a cook set. It's a nesting cook set, like got it for Boy Scouts when my son was in Boy Scouts. That's in here. I have a nesting spoon and fork knife set that'll also be in here. I have a little funnel to refill the fuel, and I wanted to kind of keep it, even though it's all hodgepodge together, but just keep the metal theme throughout. And the closest thing I could find for an extra fuel can that would fit in here would be like a 12-ounce liquor flask. So that's what I'll probably put together for it. So everything that will fit right in here nicely, and you can stack it in the toolbox of my truck, and away you go. I'll probably just keep it in there. I mean, that's the footprint of the whole deal right there, and you can pretty much pull it out, and other than food, you're ready to cook. So enough of me talking. Let me bust out some tools, and we'll start putting this puppy together. Alrighty, so when I bought the bolts for this, for the legs, I bought them extra long because I didn't know where I wanted to have the burner set above the flame. So I wanted to have enough to cut and shorten them up. So originally I cut the heads off the bolts, tested it out, it looked pretty good, but it was still, the plate here was too far above the flame. So I did some measurements, I measured real careful, measured twice, and basically carefully cut the legs off too short. And the camera probably don't see it, but it doesn't touch. It's sitting actually on top of the burner itself. So just kind of a quick fix. I've got this 1-inch water pipe here. It's actually 3/4, it's 1 inch on the outside diameter pretty much. That will fit perfectly underneath the leg and put me right where I wanted to be to begin with. And I'm thinking it'll give me just a little something to get a hold of to screw the legs in. Maybe being open, maybe they won't get so hot with, I don't know, air flowing through there. I don't really know. But it's just a quick fix, save me having to run out and get new bolts and recut them. So I had this just a little in my scrap bin. So I'm gonna cut them off and weld them on the ends of the bolts there, and we'll get this thing lit and try it out. Okay, everybody. It's been a couple days since I worked on this last, and I got everything completed that I wanted to do. I had some of this closed cell foam, I think they call it, and it's like laminated. There's 3 layers to it. I had a bunch of this packing material for, I think it was one of my welders I'd gotten, and so I made like kind of some isolators in here just so things don't clang around so bad and keeps everything in place. So I really didn't want the tank for the little burner to get banged up and dinged up or anything any more than it already is. So I'll open this up and I'll show you what it looks like in here.